In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to set up Active Directory in Windows Server 2012. First of all, you need to go to Windows Server 2012, and here it is. It looks like this. And then you need to go to Server Manager. Click on that. And then you need to go to Local Server. And first thing you need to do in here is you need to change the computer name. Click on that. And then click Change. I'm going to give it a name as ICT and DC, which is domain controller, and 01 which means the first computer, and then click on OK. Click OK and then close. So you must restart your computer to apply the changes, but I want to restart it later, so I'm going to click restart later. Now second thing that we need to do is configure a static IP. So we need to go to Windows and then click search button, type cmd, go to cmd prompt command and type ipconfig. From here you get to know your IP address. So it's 192.168.199.129. It's and the gateway is 192.168.199.2. That's the default gateway. Now go back to your server manager and then local server and then Ethernet. Click on that and then go to Ethernet, right click on that, go to properties and then click on Internet Protocol. We are not checking Internet Protocol v6 because we are not using it, but we are using v4. That's why we check to IPv4 and go to properties and then use the following IP address. So this is the IP address that we get from the cmd ipconfig, which I already have set it, and 127.0.0.1 it's my preferred DNS server, and 8.8.8.8 which is simply a Google DNS server. So now after setting all these numbers, you can click on OK and then close and close. Now you can see 192.168.199.129. It's our static IP address. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going back to CMD, click on window and search CMD. And then so I'm going to pin CMD to taskbar and then go to my desktop. Here is my CMD. I'm going to click on that and then type ping google.com. So here we are getting reply from google.com. It means our VM is connected to the internet through the static IP. So I'm going to close it now. So once you configure your static IP, you can go back to your window and then restart your computer. Go back to VM and then send Ctrl+Alt+del and then your password, and now you can go back to your server manager, local server. Now you can see your computer name, it's already been changed. Now we are going to create domain controller by installing Active Directory domain service. Any server running Active Directory domain service role is considered domain controller. So let's go and start. Click on server manager and then click on manage and then click on add role and features, and then you need to read this and click on next. And then from this installation type, I'm going to choose role-based or feature-based installation and then click on next. And then click ICT domain controller 01 and click on next. And from here you need to choose Active Directory Domain Services and then click Add Feature. We don't require additional features because all the features are already included, but I want to include DNS server as well, so I'm going to click on that and add feature, and then again click on next, 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 click on next, and then you can click install. So once the installation process is completed, you can close it and go to the notification and click on promote this server to a domain controller. Click on that, and you can see from Active Directory Domain Services configuration wizard, you can see add a domain controller to an existing domain. If you have a domain, you can go through it, but we don't have any domain, so we can't click on that. So if you go to add a new domain to an existing forest, we can't do that. So the best option for us is add a new forest. Now I'm going to add root domain name, which is ictlab.com, and then going to click on next. Now forest functional label, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to choose the highest functional label, which is Windows Server 2012, and then domain functional label, let me check if there is any option. No, so I'm going to leave it Windows Server 2012 RT, and then now you can give a password. Make sure you remember your password and click on next, click on next. So now the NetBIOS domain name is ICT Lab, so click on next. From here you can change any alternative path, but I'm gonna leave it as default and going to click next, and then you can click on view script and read if everything is okay. Add forest, you can see this is my domain name. I'm going to close that and click on next. Take some time. So you can see all prerequisite checks passed successfully. If there is some error or any issue, you can go to Google and find the issue, try to solve it, and after you solve the error, you can go and rerun the prerequisite check, and then after all prerequisite check passed successfully, you can click on install. All plus del. Here you can notice already there is a changes, and you can see ICT Lab, which is a domain name, and it's a domain username, which is administrator. Click on that, and then here password. So that's it. You have successfully created domain controller by installing Active Directory Domain Services. Thanks for watching.